Endless Legend is a turn-based strategy game of the likes of Civilization. However, many things separate this game from its famous cousin. To start, this is a fantasy game based in a fictional world with fictional races, and it has an almost RPG-style storyline running through it. The game's start menu looks very similar to Civilization. You can choose your world's size, climate and topography, and one of 7 factions. Unlike Civilization, each faction has its own storyline and its own style of play. They also have unique units and military or cultural specializations. Civilization did this to a certain degree, but Endless Legend takes it further by locking certain races into certain styles of play. One faction, for example, is nomadic and can move their cities but can't declare war, whereas another faction can only declare war and not form alliances. This needs to be taken into account when you choose your faction, or you may find yourself locked into an aggressive style of play when you just wanted to make friends and throw trade parties. Each faction also has its own unique chain of quests, linked to the faction's individual storyline. Completing it is one of 9 possible win conditions. The game starts similar to Civilization. You have one settler to find your first city, from which to grow and expand your empire. However, unlike Civilization, Endless Legend limits the placement of your cities by splitting the map into regions and allowing only one city to be built per region. You need to think tactically when placing your city to ensure you make the most of the region's resources. Combat is also more involved in this game than its cousin. You can choose whether to go with your immediate army or choose to back them up with other units you might have nearby. You can also choose whether to automate the battle or control it yourself. The battle itself is fought on a grid-like board. You start by arranging the placement of your main army on the board. If you choose to enlist other nearby units as backup, then they will always start at the edge of the battlefield. Then, when you initiate the battle, you can choose which unit targets which enemy. Yes, I know, I mean pitting 5 units and a hero against a single enemy. War isn't fair, okay? I'm teaching the enemy a valuable lesson here. The valuable lesson being, don't mess with me. Also similar to Civilization, you can invest in research to develop your culture's knowledge and level of technology. Here you can develop new units, unlock new city expansions, and learn skills in trade and diplomacy. Research is also another possible win condition, as when a culture achieves enough advancements in the final technological era, then they win the game. The graphics and art style is also really pretty in this game, and it differs slightly during the cycle of the seasons, which also affects the resources available. Overall, I really love this game. It's well designed and thought out, and with all the factions having their own style of play and storyline, you'll certainly get your money's worth in terms of play. If you don't have it, and you enjoy turn-based strategy games, then I definitely suggest that you give it a try.